Before gods had names. Before temples reached toward the heavens. There was one power all life obeyed. The light that split the sky. The fire that rose each morning. The sun. It warmed our skin, ripened our crops, revealed our shadows. To ancient people, the sun was more than a star. It was a god. Worshipped across time. Across continents. A universal flame. Humanity's first religion. The earliest humans knew no science. No calendars. No clocks. But they knew this: when the sun vanished, so did life. In the cold and dark, they feared death. In the warmth and light, they praised rebirth. So they painted circles on cave walls. Drew radiant wheels in dirt. Whispered prayers at dawn and burned offerings at dusk. These weren't primitive beliefs. They were the roots of myth, of rhythm, of ritual. The sun didn't just rise, it was reborn. And every day, it reminded us that death was not the end. As civilizations rose, the sun took form. A face. A name. A divine identity. In Egypt, the sun was Ra. A falcon-headed god who sailed across the sky in a solar boat. By night, he battled darkness in the underworld. And if he triumphed, the world was born again at sunrise. In the Americas, the Aztecs worshipped Tonatiuh, the fifth sun in a cosmic cycle of destruction and renewal. They believed his journey demanded blood. And they fed him with human hearts to ensure he rose again. In India, the Vedic hymns praised Surya, radiant deity of dawn and sight, pulled across the heavens in a golden chariot by 7 horses. The Incas called him Inti, father of the emperors. His temple in Cusco shimmered with gold. For gold itself was his flesh. These weren't isolated myths. These were echoes, shared visions of a god who burned in the sky. The sun became a compass. A clock. A god. And people built monuments in its honor. In Britain, Stonehenge was aligned to the summer solstice. When the sun would rise through the stones like a doorway of fire. In Egypt, Abu's Symbols temple was designed so that twice a year, the sun would pierce its inner chamber. And illuminate the statue of Pharaoh Ramses. Reborn in golden light. In Central America, the Maya built observatories like El Caracol, where priests tracked the sun's position with cosmic precision. At Chichen Itza, the temple of Kukulkan cast the shadow of a serpent. Only during equinox. A miracle of geometry and faith. These temples weren't just places of prayer. They were machines of worship. Solar calendars carved in stone. Architecture tuned to eternity. But as the centuries turned, so did faith. New empires rose with new gods, jealous, singular, absolute. The sun, once worshipped, was rebranded. Its images chiseled away, its rituals outlawed. In Rome, the rise of Christianity eclipsed Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun. Yet even as it disappeared from temples, the sun remained hidden in plain sight. In Christian art, saints wore halos, golden discs of divinity. The cross itself, some argue, mirrors ancient solar wheels. Winter festivals once tied to solstice became Christmas. The birth of the sun, reborn as the sun. The flame dimmed, but never went out. We don't build pyramids for the sun anymore. But we still rise early to greet it. We chase it to beaches. We watch it fall in awe. At Stonehenge, crowds gather at solstice. Just like they did 4,000 years ago. In yoga, we perform sun salutations. Ancient movements that honor dawn. In deserts like Burning Man, people create sun altars. Offering art and fire in its name. Even our technologies chase the sun. Solar panels, sun lamps, satellites. And when we seek hope, we still speak of the light. We are sun worshippers still. Even if we no longer call it by that name. For all our progress, one truth remains. The sun gives life, the sun gives time, the sun gives vision. We measure our years by its path, that we mark our days by its rise and fall. Every religion that followed, every god, every prophet, stood in its light. The first fire we ever knew came from above. And in every myth of rebirth, every prayer for light in darkness, there is the echo of an older prayer. One whispered by firelight under the vast sky long before words. To a God with no name, but a warmth we all still feel. The sun was our first God, and it may be our last.